to the Jess Turner Talk Show. And I'm your co-host, Laraine Turner, and today we're going to be talking about being single and satisfied. Now, if you're like me, a single woman living in this day and age, sometimes being single can be a challenge because you have friends that are married, and to tag along with them on their outings and such, you kind of feel like you're kind of left out, you're a third wheel. But we're going to talk about some things that you can do while you're waiting, or if you prefer to be single. So, over the years, the internet has become a highway of so much information. How to snag a partner, how to find your Boaz, what to do while waiting for your Boaz, and tips to appeal to the opposite sex. So it's not always about trying to be appealing to the opposite sex. What about be appealing to yourself? When you learn to love who you are in the state that you're in, that attracts the opposite sex. But we're not going to talk about that today. We're going to actually talk about some things to do while being single. So one of the things that you can do, and of course I went to the internet too, one of the things you can do is do some things alone. I remember that I went to a restaurant by myself, sat down, and I looked around me, and there was everybody had somebody at the table with them, and I was by myself at my table. And the waiter came over and asked me, was I waiting for someone? And I said, no, I'm actually ready to order. And he looked at me like, okay, like it's unusual to come to a restaurant and sit there by yourself. And so I ordered my meal, and I actually enjoyed my own company. So one of the things that we can do while we're waiting, or if we're satisfied being single, is don't be afraid to do things by yourself. It's okay. It really is. And it's not that you're lonely. Please get that out of your thoughts. We're not lonely. It's just that we still choose to live. Being single does not mean that you are not desirable. It doesn't mean that nobody wants you. Being single could just be the state of mind that you're in at the current time. So don't be afraid to do things by yourself. That's number one. Because I found sometimes being alone is actually the best company that you could ever desire. Because no one is talking to you, interrupting your thoughts. No one is bugging you. And so don't be afraid to do things by yourself. The second thing is, and now this one is hard, because there are times that you may feel hopeless. So don't be cynical. You may feel hopeless. You may feel that the time that you're by yourself is such a great disappointment. You may feel like a disappointment, but why? Why are you feeling like you're a disappointment? Every day that you wake up, and every day that you have a full day to do whatever you want to do. You don't have to check with someone to see what's on their agenda. Pretty much the day is yours. Why are you feeling hopeless? Why are you feeling disappointed because you're by yourself? I mean, again, going back to number one, and number one is going to be all through this segment, is don't be afraid to be by yourself. Don't be afraid to do things by yourself, because you're not alone. Sometimes we are our best company. Our best company. So don't lose hope. Don't create a self-fulfilling prophecy that you don't want to become true. Okay? Because once you start thinking that because you're not with someone, or someone is not in your life, that you are worthless, because you're not. You're not worthless. Okay? Keep that in mind. You're not. The third thing is travel alone. Now, I know you're probably saying, what? No, I don't want to be traveling alone. Why not? Why not travel alone? Listen to this. It sounds weird at first, but once the weirdness washes away, it becomes a freedom you don't often have. Because when you're with someone else, or if you're with a group of people traveling, you have to go where they want to go. And sometimes we're in a group or with someone and they don't want to go where you want to go, and then it becomes awkward or becomes uncomfortable. But when you're by yourself and you're traveling by yourself, you can sightsee, you can go where you want to go. If you choose to stay in your hotel room and don't leave it, you don't have to. You're pretty much, you can enjoy traveling by yourself. Yes, it may seem weird, but it's okay. It's okay, because again, going back to number one, do things by yourself. Try to do some things by yourself. And I guarantee you, you're going to feel liberated. You're going to feel liberated, because I did, and I have. Okay, the fourth one is develop self-awareness. Self-awareness. Now, when you are exploring things in life, a lot of times we overlook the beauty of nature. We overlook the little things in life because they're not significant. But when you are becoming self-aware of who you are as a person, and you are learning to love who you are as a person, you have a brand new outlook on life. You do. You look at flowers in a different way. You look at people in a different way. I'm going to share something with you. I was going through one of my pity party moments, and I was at the store, and I was saying, it'd be so nice to have dinner with someone tonight. It would be so nice to cook dinner for someone tonight. And just as I was ready to get into my, I would love to have somebody in my life, I heard a couple, they were going at it. And the first thing I said was, I thank God I don't have to deal with that. And it took me out of my pity party. I was thanking God that I was not in a relationship like that. Because relationships are good. Now, I'm all for it. And if I am blessed to have somebody walk into my life and sweep me off my feet, and we live happily ever after, hey, I welcome that. But until then, I'm going to enjoy being me, and I'm going to enjoy being by myself. I'm enjoying this. And I don't know if you're feeling it, you feeling my vibe, but I'm enjoying being by myself. I'm enjoying doing things by myself. When I come home, I can come into my home. I don't have to worry about giving nobody an excuse why I'm home late. I don't have to worry about, I have to fix dinner for this person. I have to do laundry for this person. When I come into my home, when I turn the lock and unlock the door to my place and I walk in, it's about me. And I can throw my clothes anywhere I want to in my home, run me a nice bath, soak in the tub all night long if I choose to, and don't have to worry about somebody saying, hey, you need to hurry up and get out of there. It's my turn. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. You should too. So develop self-awareness. Get to know about this world more. I have a group on Facebook called Educate Yourself Daily. I love learning new things. Every day I want to learn something new. I want to keep feeding myself information. I'm not going to waste this time, and you shouldn't either. Don't waste time being in a boo-hoo pity party, woe is me attitude because you're not with somebody, because you're not in a relationship. Enjoy yourself. And this is not just for women, this is for men too. Enjoy yourself. Okay, so develop self-awareness. The next thing is foster other relationships. So sometimes we neglect the very people that are part of our life because we're looking for that significant other outside of family. But develop a closer relationship with your family. And if you do have some friends, develop a close relationship with them too. Because relationships naturally flow over time so that we can enjoy time that we have with them. When you're with your friends, I like this, what this says right here. Offer your undivided attention to others when you are with them. sometimes we can get so caught up into, my life is not where I want it to be. My life is not what I thought it should be. Okay, if it's not, change it. Be happy. Be happy, because you have to make yourself happy first. If you're looking, and I'm being honest here, if you're looking for someone else to bring you happiness, you'll never be happy with that person, because you yourself is unhappy with yourself. You have to become happy with who you are first. And people will see that in you, and they want to be included in your happiness. And then you can find someone else and they just add to your happiness. They don't bring happiness, they add to it. But the foundation of happiness begins with you, inside of you, inside of me. Ooh, inside of me. And I have developed that. When I broke up with my fiance, when I broke up with him, I was kind of devastated. And I'm going to tell you what I did. And this was so wrong. I decided to go on these sites, finding somebody. And the profile, some of the pictures was like, ooh, he's cute. Yeah, I'm gonna send him a little message. I want to talk to you. And all of that just went, because personalities, they had so many hang-ups. And then I looked in the mirror one day. I was getting ready for work, and I looked in the mirror one day and I said, why do I need somebody in my life? And I changed my whole outlook at that moment. Before that moment in the mirror, I was staying home. I was in a depression. I was in a terrible place. I was. My daughter told me, you dress so old. I was wearing dark clothes all the time. And I was wearing old clothes all the time. I wasn't going to the, like your Macy's and all that. I was going to thrift stores, and I was just buying a dress. I love dresses, by the way. But that's another story. I was, and when I looked at myself in the mirror, and I just, it makes, I'm pretty much ashamed, actually, that I allowed a breakup to cause me to lose who I was, because I had wrapped my life around his life. And when my eyes was open and I realized that this was a dead-end relationship, I decided that it was time for me to love who I am, get me together. And then once I looked in the mirror that day and I said, I have to love me. I don't need a man on my arms to make me feel like I'm validated in life. And after that moment, I remember I went shopping, and I felt good. I was, and went and got my hair done, and went and got my pedicure and manicure and all this kind of stuff. And I faced the world. I remember walking down the mall, and I had bags of clothes on my arm, and I was walking down the mall, and you could not tell me anything. I felt like I was on top of the world. And then when people saw me, it was like, wow, you look so different. You know why I look different? Because I chose to love me. I chose to make me happy. So, back to this. Foster your relationships with your family and your friends. Don't cut people off because you are in a pity party or in a woe is me state because you're single. Because you have to learn how to be single and satisfied. And it starts with you, not anybody else. Nobody else can help you be single and satisfied. It's in here. It's in here. Okay? Learn to feel. This is another obvious one, and it goes along with number 4, but it's very necessary too. Don't let feelings build up. Are you disappointed? Are you angry, sad, jealous, or excited? Whatever it is, acknowledge it. Decide what it means and what you're going to do with this knowledge. Is it a hopeless single night? Nighttime, ladies, gentlemen. Nighttime is so hard on certain days. And I know. So I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that night times don't get me. It does. Night times get me a lot. And how I overcome it, I lay in bed and I start talking to the Lord. Yeah, that's my secret. That's my secret. I started talking to the Lord, and I will tell him that if this is my life to be by myself, help me. But Lord, I choose not really to be single. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to be happy. But I talk to the Lord. Those nights that I feel like it would be nice to cuddle up with someone. It would be nice to, lay on someone's chest and hear their heartbeat. Yes, it would be nice to do all those things. But I'm not going to let it destroy me. I'm not going to let it make me sad. I'm not going to allow it to take away my joy. And once I talk to the Lord, and then I'll put on my audio Bible, and I go to bed. I go to sleep. And I wake up to face the world with a smile. I wake up and I jump out of bed and I say, Lord, thank you for another day, and I move on about my day. I do not let those type of feelings come in and destroy who I am. Okay, so learn to feel. And it's okay, again, to feel these things, but don't let it destroy you. Don't let it tear you down. Go out and meet new people. Sometimes your circle that you're in, you may be in a circle of people that is not where you are. If you're happy, but you go around people and they're so sad. Misery does love company. And negative vibes, it grabs you and it takes away your joy. So sometimes you may need to get out and get around new people. So go to like-minded groups. There's some groups on Meetup. There's about just single people just want to live. They travel. They go out to to lunch or dinner together. They go to the movies together. And there's no trying to hook up. It's just single people that have decided to be satisfied being single, getting together, having a good time. And that could be something an avenue that you may need to embark upon if you can't do this alone. And they will help you. Okay? So, meetups. Number 8, be honest with yourself. Now, this is a very, very important one. We have to be honest about who we are. If you know that you want to be married or in a relationship, then you strive for that. But in the meantime, be happy in your singleness. Again, when you are single and satisfied, you project a positive energy, a positive vibe, and others will see that and they want to know, what is it about him or her? I want to know their secret. I want to know, why are you so happy? So be honest with yourself, and it's okay. Listen what this says. Did you meet someone you really liked? Did you just accidentally like a Facebook photo? Facebook. Yeah, these things happen, and they will always feel embarrassing. You can either play games with yourself or you can be honest. It's your move. What do you have to lose if you tell someone you're interested in them? What do you have to lose? Either they interested in you or they're not. I tell people that I counsel when they said, what if they reject me? And I said, so what? If they reject you, move on. Don't let one person's rejection tear down your house. You keep on going. There's other people you're going to be attracted to. So what do you have to lose if you tell someone you're interested in them? Wouldn't you like to hear it? Yes, it's terrifying, but it's better than hoping they'll eventually realize that you're interested in them. So we all got that moment where we are afraid to let someone know that we have feelings for them because we don't want to be rejected. We don't want to be rejected, okay? So nobody likes rejection, not even I. But you may be losing out if you choose not to let somebody know that you're interested in them. And 2 out of 1, it's only a yay or nay. They might be or they might not be interested in you. So find out. Don't waste valuable time keeping your feelings to yourself. Don't do that. You know, if I like somebody, you know, we gotta be like the cave people. Hit them over the head. You, me, come here. Okay. So, and number 9, and this is where people always tell me I'm weird. Be weird. It's okay. I'm weird. It's okay. And be weird on purpose. Do something you wouldn't normally do, like karaoke. Extra points if you do it sober, though. You'll survive it, you know. And if you mess up, go with it. You know, laugh at yourself, because when people see that you can fall, but yet keep a positive attitude, that draws them to you. Like, wow, I know she should have been feeling embarrassed, but hey, I like her attitude. And that's how you draw people. You know, being weird when, you know, when everybody else don't want to get on the dance floor and move, you know, and you sitting around, everybody just waiting. You get out there and start doing, I guarantee you more people gonna follow. So be weird. It's okay, because I'm weird and I'm giving you permission to be weird. Okay, number 10, make mistakes. Again, that goes back to being weird. Make mistakes. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, is somebody following you around with a big belt, a shoe, an extension cord? Is anybody doing that? No. So make mistakes. This is your life. We learn from mistakes. Learn to make mistakes. Okay? And that concludes my list. I really, really, really hope you got something out of today's segment. But again, I have to stress this. Love yourself first. Fall in love with who you are and get to know who you are. Do things alone. Be weird. Let your feelings flow. And when you get to a point in your life that you feel like this is too tough, it's okay to talk to the Lord. You have family. You have friends. Express yourself. Be open. Let people know how you truly feel. Now that includes today's segment. Remember, don't ponder it in your heart. Let's talk about it on the next Jess Turner Talk Show. Bye.